According to the results of a new scientific study, Botox changes the way the brain interprets emotions. A recent study in the United States has revealed that Botox injections to the face can change the way the brain interprets and processes emotions. Findings from scientific research mean that Botox actually temporarily impairs individuals' ability to understand other people's emotions. Building on the facial feedback hypothesis, often cited in psychology, this new study found that injections of Botox into the face can change the way the brain interprets and processes emotions. The findings may mean that Botox actually temporarily impairs individuals' ability to understand other people's emotions. The facial feedback hypothesis proposes that sensory feedback from individuals' facial expressions also influences the emotional experience itself. For example, when we see an angry or happy expression on another person's face, we unconsciously flex or tense our own facial muscles to mimic that expression. Accordingly, as our facial muscles mimic someone else's smile or frown, signals are sent to our brain to interpret them. It is thought that this situation allows individuals to determine the emotional states of the other person and to experience these emotions for themselves. According to the news in the newspapers, the hypothesis in question is based on the assumptions put forward by Charles Darwin, the architect of the theory of evolution, regarding the origin of emotions. Darwin hypothesized that the facial expression caused by the person's face would directly affect the experience of thought and emotion. A research team from the University of California in the United States wondered to what extent applications such as Botox for cosmetic purposes affect these abilities of individuals. In Botox injections, a toxin called botulinum is injected into the designated area. This toxin, which causes paralysis of the muscles, prevents the formation of wrinkles by stopping the transmission between the nerves and the organs reached by the nerves. However, while Botox injection provides aesthetic and cosmetic benefits, it can also cause restriction of some facial expressions. Researchers studied a group of 10 female participants aged 33 to 40. The women were given Botox to temporarily paralyze the glabellar muscle that causes them to frown. Participants were then shown pictures of faces with various emotional expressions. During this time, the participants' brain activity was measured. The same procedure was repeated 2 weeks after the injection. The findings, published in the peer-reviewed scientific journal Scientific Reports, revealed that activity in the amygdala, the center of the brain responsible for processing emotions, showed signs of changes in response to facial expressions after the injection. Also, when participants saw happy expressions, changes were found in their lower temporal cortex activity, which helps them recognize objects and faces. The results show that preventing frown lines with Botox injections somewhat inhibits the way the brain processes emotional expressions. Accordingly, Botox paralyzes muscle movements and disrupts the activities between the face, amygdala, and temporal cortex. On the other hand, the researchers state that more studies need to be done before they can reach firm conclusions. The scientists say that studying larger populations is vital in confirming the results of the experiment.